Welcome back to the channel, gentlemen. Do you ever hold yourself back from talking to a girl because of the fear of rejection? It's a feeling that can cripple confidence and stop you from pursuing what you want in life. In today's video, I'm going to share my personal journey of overcoming this fear and provide you with practical strategies to help you do the same. By the end of this video, you'll have actionable steps to start building the confidence you need to overcome rejection. Let me start by saying that the fear of rejection held me back for a long time. It's a topic that's deeply personal to me, and I know it's something many people struggle with. For years, I let the fear of rejection control my decisions, stopping me from chasing opportunities and reaching my potential. But once I started confronting it head-on, everything began to change. In this video, I'll break down how overcoming this fear was key to building my confidence and how you can follow these steps to do the same. Looking back, I realized that my fear of rejection wasn't just about the act of being rejected. It was rooted in a deeper fear of not being good enough, something I'm sure many of you can relate to. Whether it was talking to girls or even in my career, rejection felt like a reflection of my worth. But here's what I discovered. Rejection doesn't define you. It's a part of life, but it doesn't control the outcome unless you let it. When I started to reframe how I thought about rejection, my journey toward confidence truly began. Before we get into the strategies, you'll need an open mind and a willingness to take action. Grab a pen and paper to jot down some notes, as we'll be covering steps you can apply right away to start overcoming your fear of rejection. Here are the actionable steps I use to overcome my fear. Step 1. Recognize the fear. The first step is to acknowledge your fear of rejection. This might seem simple, but you can't overcome what you don't face. Understanding the root of this fear, whether it's a fear of failure, judgment, or not being good enough, is key to tackling it head-on. Step 2. Challenge negative thoughts. When you're afraid of rejection, your mind creates worst-case scenarios. I used to tell myself, if I get rejected, it means I'm not good enough. I had to learn to challenge these thoughts and replace them with more constructive ones, like rejection is feedback, not failure. Step 3. Gradually face rejection. I started practicing small rejections. I put myself in situations where I knew rejection was a possibility, but the stakes weren't too high. Whether it was asking for a discount or offering an idea at work, I exposed myself to rejection in controlled ways. Over time, this built my resilience. Let me give you an example. I once applied for a job that I really wanted, and I felt sure I would get it. When the rejection email came, I was crushed. But looking back, that rejection didn't mean I wasn't good enough. It was just one company's decision. It took me a while, but I eventually reframed it as an opportunity to explore other paths that led to even better outcomes. Rejection opened the door to new possibilities. Let's explore these techniques even further. Recognizing the fear. It's crucial because it forces you to confront your insecurities head-on. Challenging negative thoughts. This is where the real shift happens. Changing the way you talk to yourself can dramatically alter how you approach situations where rejection is possible. Facing rejection gradually. This technique of exposure therapy allowed me to desensitize myself to the fear of rejection. The more I experienced it in small doses, the less intimidating it became. Throughout my journey, I've realized that everyone's experience with rejection is different. Some people can shake it off quickly, while others, like me, need time to process and rebuild. But what's universal is that we all face rejection at some point, and how we respond to it defines our growth. One of the most painful experiences for me was being rejected by someone I was really into, more than anyone ever before. At the time, it felt like a personal failure. But as I worked on building my self-worth, I realized it wasn't about my value as a man, and I took that as a lesson to remember forever. That rejection was just a mismatch. It didn't define me. Over time, I learned that rejection in any form is just part of the process. It doesn't have to hold you back. Trying small new things to push myself out of my comfort zone, like going to an event or movie alone, and pushing myself to work harder while working out to strengthen my inner and outer worth. Here are some additional techniques that helped me. Visualization. I would visualize myself succeeding in scenarios where I previously feared rejection. Positive affirmations. Reminding myself daily that I am capable and worthy helped shift my mindset. Self-compassion. Learning to be kind to myself, especially after a setback, made all the difference. It's not always smooth sailing. You might feel overwhelmed at times, especially if you face multiple rejections in a row. When that happens, take a step back for a bit. It's okay to feel discouraged, but do not let that stop you. Focus on small wins and keep pushing forward. The truth is, overcoming the fear of rejection isn't just about avoiding discomfort, it's about building resilience. Rejection is part of the journey, and the more you face it, the more confident you become. My journey hasn't been easy, but looking back, I can see how much stronger I am because of the rejections I faced. I know you got this. So now, I challenge you to take these steps and try them for yourself. Start with small risks and watch how your confidence grows. If you've had an experience with rejection, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos on personal development, dating and relationships, confidence building, and overcoming life's obstacles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.